Pick up the pieces if things get tight on the inside early on. Strong over this trip, often slow to go, so might just be out. And may well be the one to pick up. 307 then here at Newcastle. Lining up behind the boxes. 2 races down already at Newcastle. We had 1 winner out of trap 4 for Ryan Buckton and 1 winner out of trap 6 for Angela Harrison. No joy for favourite backers yet in the Northeast. But it's early doors, only 2 races in from the 12. 15 to 8, Frankie's winner then ran the outside. Dean Blackbird's charge. If he's anywhere near them at halfway, he's going to be very hard to hold up that home straight. Right, we're almost set then here at Newcastle. Good luck if you're playing. It's the 307. Here running. And the hare is on the move here at Newcastle for this 307. Start down the centre, track 4, Borough Nitro. Flying and 3 just come together on the inside of that. Opening turn of Rutherford must be 4 lengths clear of trap 2, so it's Lily. Winner now moves her into clear third, but 4 has stolen lengths clear. 2 and 6 both trying to edge closer, but this is a chase in vain, and 4 is going to make call. 6 up for second. 4.
A winner last time out in a B5 event, ran a 28.08. Calculated, always led down the middle. Was 5 1/4 length victor that day over Lutton's Ivy. But is taking a right hike up in grade, 2 grades into B3 company today, and is now gone second favourite, with trap 1 now gone the favourite. Now's not the time. Trained by Susan Watson is 6 to 4. Was 15 to 8 on the morning show, so well backed here. Trap 1, second last time out, beaten 5.5 lengths by Sully and Danny. Bumped around at the first bend that day in B3 company and ran a 28.52 and is now a shade of 5 to 4, so heavily backed in the last minute there. Trap 1, now's not the time. 6 to 4, Knock Drum Crypto though, not shy of support there in trap 3. 130, trap 6, Keith Alaris taking a bit of a walk in the market. Was as short as 13 to 8, now a shade of 130 for Kenneth Everett. 5th last time out in a D2 event, ran a 17.50. Last time it ran over this distance, it clocked at 28.27. That was back on the 8th of February, where it was 3rd. Beaten 1 3/4 lengths by Red Brick Beckham on that occasion. So trap 1 now 11 to 10, 6 to 4 trap 3, 130 trap 6, 7 to 1 then trap 4, Side Chick for Craig Williams. And 14 to 1 then trap 2, Moss Cash from H the traps here, and Donny for this 311. 7 to 1 then Side Chick from 8s. This one was a winner last time out in B4 company in a 28.49. So stepping up in grade today, Side Chick. Maybe a little bit overpriced there at 7 to 1. Won by 3/4 of a length last time. We go. Trap 1, the well-back favourite here. Now's not the time. 10 to 11 favourite. As the last one goes in here and was well back from 15 weight. So trap 1. Second last time out in the grade is the favourite for the owner-trainer Susan. And away we go. 4 breaks smartly from 2, 1, 3 and 6 out the back. Early doors, but it's 4 and 2 now who move on. But it's Side Chick coming with it, and also the 1, Now's Not the Time, is right in behind. In third, followed by 3 and 6, but it's 2, 4 and 1. The order as they come. Now's Not the Time has got. Into the clear. 3's running on up, still wide from 1. It's tight.
Debut, and although she was behind Flying Pimpernel, Newcastle is only average 4, but she again is bred to want the longer trip. She's the niece of champion hurdler Binocular
in the paddock for Jamie Snowden and Gavin Sheehan.
Yeah. Gonna suit, so I'm sure she'll.
Indeed, goes on as well. 6-4. Kayla's friend is under to 30. Pure affected here. Wind done, hood on. That was left to a shot. We can join our team.
One of the main rivals on the back of that good run in a bumper last time out. But should we come back round to Kitty's Glance, because we didn't get to see her in the paddock. Kind of thought she's an obvious improver on the day. Back onto better ground with a hood on, having had her wind done. Thin enough now, Steve, but the angle for improvement is clearly there.
Going to need to settle a hell of a lot better. She has got the hood on for the first time, and she is off the back of a distance, which I'm sure she wants. But does she settle well enough to see it out? She's got a really good pedigree. She's a full sister of Paida Nom, King trained, and Westcourt, the great winners. So she's shown enough so far in her compass, but she is going to have to settle. And she has jumped out to the all, hung a little bit left as well. It could have been, but she's got a little bit to prove at 11-8. I thought she was more interesting, but the money's come for her. She's definitely got the ability, but whether she can put it all together is another matter.
I wonder if they'll drop her out to try and get her to relax. It's not a massive field. You won't have to have too much ground to make up. And wonder if that might be their plan. The other end of the gallop likely to be Pure.
If that's what happens to Kitty's Glance, and Pure Ocean did go from the front last time. He'd run okay first time at Plumpton. Richard Bandy, who trains is in good form. Clycott in the Fred Winter finished third, and he's been having winners, so she might just be in the
sort of trip is likely to suit. I would think she'll want. She's going to be up there from an early stage. It's not going to be long now.
And the flags go up. And Kieran O'Shea and Michael Sheridan starters today, some of them approaching, and they're off.
the dark jacket prominence with the Kitty's Glance with the hoop sleeves of yellow. And dark blue is last but one, and at the back of the field the nosemat. And it was the grey Kayla's friend who crashed out. She's quickly on her feet. Straight behind them for the first time on the over Pure Ocean. Ebony Ebbs dropping to Flying Pimpernel, and Kitty's Glance with the now riderless Tipper. Mary Star third, and Kayla's friends under champion Joe Ocean and Harry Bannister, and then Flying Pimp ahead of Ebony Ebbs, who jumped off handily under Shannon straightening, stalked by Kitty's Glance under a patient Tom Bellamy. Approaching the first of a couple of flights before the judge. Kayla's friend in front, preparing to rise. Lands a couple clear over Pure Ocean. Flying Pimp on the right and Ebony Ebbs off on the left, and between those two, Kitty's Glance as they arrive at the funnel towards the near side is much closer to the pace now. Virtually up has dropped back to be last of the five as they head out. Kayla's friends lobbing along in front with Pure Ocean now right on her tail for around about a length or so to both Flying Pimp and of the field. Kayla's friend once again as they move through half.
run against the pace bars, you would imagine, and Pure Ocean.
Task.
Yeah, these aren't strong races, these mares race, so I'm sure she'll be able to pick up a mare. She's stringing performances together, and that.
See at this point the front three well clear of the other two that did end up having a very start early on in the race. She was galloping off fine, loose. Hopefully Richard Patrick up okay as well. It's just the head.
Disappointment really, because the distance, and she didn't run bad at all at Catterick in a race where she was held up and it was dominated up front, but she's not really fired at all, and very disappointing.
Well, there's your winner, Kitty's Glance, who has got her head in front of the second.
Yeah. I thought she, even though she was first under the pump, I want to win 11-8 favourite. Pure Ocean second, 7-2. Obviously, I conditioned that by saying she was well travelling best of them, turning in Josh, but she always looked as though she was finding, and all of a sudden it started to find a few of them out. Kitty's Glance, 11-8 favourite. Tom Bellamy, Alan King. Pure Ocean was second, and look, it was another race that looked hard work. She hasn't finished as quickly as the previous winner, but it felt like she really ground that out. The warning signs for the others when
prominently when coming off the back, because they show their early pace, burn up a lot of petrol in the stagger ahead of them around the first couple of turns. I'll always let the stagger unwind and then weave your way through. The Time to Shine, and as I mentioned, one on debut. Again here, opens a plenty of improvement. A real young greyhound, this one. August 2024. All in. All right, here we go then, Newcastle. .326 handicap action off the back. A bit of we are racing away, and one has stepped out. Lively. Shine, the well-backed 5-4 favourite, now strikes the of White Hills Hady. Then comes 3, Anglesey Flight. 4. Turning for home, still 4 lengths clear off trap 1. Wine again and go 2 from 2 here at Newcastle. 5 stays on for second.
favorite in both the international and local market, on a hot streak of getting really close, including most recently at this very distance. The second choice in the betting is the number 4, Kachuk Ermak, 17 starts, 1/3, 1/2 in their last 2 races, so another close battle there. Denise Tukutsu, just 3 starts, but they've never been worse than 4th in those 3 outs, so they've had some work there, although they will be stretching out in distance. They've never gone further than 1,400 meters. Another horse stretching out, Kachuk Ermak, has only gone as far as 1,700. That extra 200 meters, we'll see if that makes the difference, and they can finally push forward to be a maiden no more. Sosante, a 4th choice, really getting some recent play here. Sosante moving closer towards 2nd choice the betting, as the international bettors take a liking to her. 17 starts, 3 seconds, 1/3. Most recently they were 6th. However, when they were at 1,700 meters, the longest race they've ever ran, they ran one of their better 3rd or better in 3 of their last 6 starts. Gates are back, we're racing, off we go. Sosante goes forward. Then after Sosante, there is Kachuk Ermak, the gray horse with the red blinkers. Then in the keys to Kutsu. Then the favorite Chichibi, who is a Kachuk Ermak. In between horses, Dela along with Tessera on the outside down the back stretch. So leading the way by 2 lengths. There's Sonje Tuktu. A gap of 3 more leader. After that, it is Tessera. Tessera change in order here. Sonjet. On the outside, Denis, the favorite, Chichibi, remains about 6 lengths off the leader. Down the backstretch, trying to pull off a bit of an upset here at 26-1. And Chichibi, they're all chasing after the would-be front. Huge gap back to 5th place. So that's Dela along with Kachuk Ermak, and then there's Lagos on both fronts. On the inside, Denise Chichibi has taken over the lead with a sweeping move and is now here, kicking away now. It is Chichibi Glasses on the inside. There is Anandi, but it just doesn't seem to be enough here. Anandi starting to me. They're coming down to the finish line, and it's a photo fit from Anandi. Anandi made sure that Chichibi on the inside, down to the finish line. I couldn't quite tell you who got there. I think maybe Chichibi held on to the final stride here, but there they are, already pulled up. That race was exhausting for both participants. Looks like Anandi's jockey pets them down as if they won. The jockey there was Yusuf Chengiz on number 2, Anandi. This horse in this race, Anandi, was a bit of an outsider at 19-1. So that's a little bit of a shocker there for the favorite, Chichibi. Anandi, 14 career starts. They had finished no better than 8th in their last 3 races. This daughter of Serhante out of an Ibakan mare, Nesibi Kiz. I think...
Right, greyhounds are on the track then here at Hove for an A4. No trap 5, which is vacant. This is number 5 on the card. One of my favourites. Lining up in, she's competing over the 500 metres, and bless her, she's going to get tapped for speed. Early door, she'll always be flying up the home straight. She's 2's out to 100 to 30. Round, and the C&S Racing Syndicate made well-bred sort as well, banging that cash out. Lively D, plenty of races with that early speed. Bit of summer going perhaps as well, so D's Midnight doubled in price, 7 to 2 out to 7 to 1, but I think it's got every chance of leading. Broadfield Bullet next door, runner for Belinda Green. Another strong run in salt, 29.88 coming from off the speed, 2 starts back. 5's into 7 to 2, Bowles Bullet 5 to 2. 5 is vacant, and the favourite, 7 to 4 Jolly, is Tell on Olivia. Another one who'd be looking to cut loose early doors, goes in the stripes. I'm going to go with the red to swoop late, they're all in. Bunny on the move here at Hove, 3:38, 7 to 4 Jolly in the stripes, Tell on Olivia. And we are racing away, and 6 has started lively around the outside. 2 rushes up on the inside as well. 6 and 2 go on from 3 jacket runners out the back. It's 6 out in front. Here comes 2 though. Work into this as well. 4 and 1 close enough if weaving away through it. 6 out in front, the 7 to 4 favourite. 1 beat 6.
Distance here today, Ashway Lily, and 7. Last time it ran over the distance was 2 runs back on the 8th of March. It was second, beaten 2 lengths by Spread the Glory. Finished strongly that day, ran wide. Ran a 16.55. 12 to 1, then Trout 1. Hello, Sunny. Danaher. This one was third, beaten 15.79 in a D4. When third last time out, beaten 5.5 lengths. So trap 5, Croker's Ocean. Even money favoured here as they approach, and is the pick of the racing post. They go 5 to beat 2 and 3 here at the Valley. So approaching the traps now. Five, 2 and 3 is how the post sees it, and trap 5, the even money favoured here. Well, they're about to lock and load them here for the 3:41 at the Valley. Race 5. 11 to 10 though, the Kennel Mate well backed here, Coding. It's got plenty of early pace here up the inside in the blue jacket. Can it get the better of the favourite into this first bend? We're going to find out. Starter checks them over, trap 5, even money. The Kennel Mate trap 2, Coding 11 to 10. Does it have the pace to get up the inside and get this early lead? Let's find out. Over to the Valley. Often Racing, and 2 and 6 break smartly, followed by 1, 3, 5 and 4 into that first bend, and it's Coding now. A link clear from 6 out wide. Taxi Joe followed by the 1. Hello Sunny. 5's right in behind Croker's Ocean. Is 2 from 1 up the straight. 2 clinging on for the victory. Coding well back. Trap 2, Coding recording its 8th win from Thurley lead. Hello Sunny ran a cracker, the outsider of The 6 runners coming home in second and 5 back in third. Croker's Ocean after that slow start back in third. So the early pace, as we thought, came up the inside here from trap 2. Followed into that first bend by 1. Then we had 6, 5, 3 and 4. Around into the second bend, it was still the 2. Coding, but 1 that was coming home well. Hello Sunny, but all too late. Gets the verdict, beats 1, and a lint back to 5, running on to grab third. Croker's Ocean, the favourite.
Wandering Eagle, and you just think this is a horse who went off favourite. Okay, they've gone different directions since, but favourite to be Old Park Star at Kempton, well before Christmas, and didn't run at all badly when fourth in that race. Had previously and that again points to a horse that's
From Old Park Star, that Kempton race worked out well, didn't it? Went on to win on their next start and just dropped. To get in against him. I thought of the others, just in the Sniper looked like the type that would probably have the required speed test on this ground.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll click at some point. He's a full brother to Secret Squirrel, who's obviously a decent handicap hurdler for Hughie Morrison. It might be down the line in handicaps when he gets a decent pace to aim at, because he can be a little bit keen. Has been buried out the back in his bumpers and on his hurdles debut at Wincanton. Fast since the start from the rear at 6 in that time. Made all and far enough to be able to be ridden prominently, then it's going to be another one. Dropping down in distance, and I just don't think he's been getting him to improve significantly on what he shown there. And if you in October, that form worked out pretty well. I think
I suspect he will. Trainer James Owen, good ground, so there's definitely reasons to be in the right spot. He could be the option, but you're not really going to get a profit on your place.
no. In some respects, because it's going to be hard. It's not impossible, and if wonder if he pulls a bit in the early stages, his class is going to tell you, as we expected in the lead, and if he really well, and Secret Sniper would be one of the other. Really know where we're at with him at the moment. He'll show what he can do so far, so we'll get more of a
Okay. Get up to Stuart for the next.
And they're off, jumping away with bold yellow jacket, black and green, who's pulling hard up amongst the leaders early. The light blue and pink with Louis the Legend. They swing on into the straight first time, and now Bolts, whether by accident or design, given up the unequal struggling wide, has pulled his way right through to take over, and plenty of spirit about him at the moment as he leads at the second. Didn't even get as far as the wing. Out of the race. Dream Diamond is back where he was a few moments ago, left in front. Toby Wynn on the right. Well, he's got to ignore him for the purposes of competitive action. Heading the chase to Wandering Ego, the grey, and then Louis the Legend and the Chestnut Secret Sniper down on the inner ahead of the nose-banded grey Argentum. Wise Counsellor races next in the light and royal blue, and then Saxon Cross in a dark jacket, and Mariol, who's down on the inner, the yellow cap for James Bowen. Bargain Hunter in a red white and yellow jacket is racing towards the back end of the field. Detached Man of Riddles in the dark green and yellow is towards them. Managed to pull up Bolts. But at least is at the far side of the course, with Calvert on his tail and Wandering Eagle under Sean Bowen stalking the leading pair. Is just about in fourth, a half length to Louis the Legend ahead of the side of Wise Counsellor. Then Mariol, the yellow, the pair of hurdles on the far side where Dream Diamond wasn't particularly fluent. And still going at on the far side. Calvert in the green and purple coming up size, Dream Diamond there. Wandering Ego still made a mistake there, kicked the flight half to the ground. Albert to Wandering Ego in third. Closer on the inner of Wise Counsellor. Saxon Cross bumped along, and Bargain Hunter is tailed off. They've completed Dream Diamond, the noseband. Calvert wide, Wandering Sniper still in fourth place, just ahead of Louis Legend. Towards home, just outside the last quarter of a mile, and a couple of flights to jump. Calvert, the green and purple, upsides the nose-banded. Dream Diamond on straight position, the grey angled out by Sean Bowen, gave a bit of an hold him in, but Wandering Ego is out. And he's now in front. The Legend is back in fifth, and then Mariol, and his Wandering Ego in front at the final flight. Comes up well, pacing, but the bird has flown. Wandering Ego himself miles clear of Dream Diamond, just third.
Yeah, straightforward really for Wandering Ego. Double up winning trainer, continuing his good run of form as well. Secret Sniper was the biggest danger.
Yeah, that's a nice step forward. From Secret Sniper. He might have finished a little bit too close to Wandering Eagle.
To score at the 7th time of asking, respect to suggest that can live with 4, 5 and 6. Back to the red. Here on the move then here at Sunderland, well back favourite Thor's Hope in trap 1. Into the turn one, just eases off into the corner and falls a short price and well back favourite trap one, Thor's Hope, who's now on the run for home. It's 5 under pressure from the red jacket. And we're racing away. Lovely start from 2 on the inside. Chisholm Mayora. Slow to go, the favourite is 2 and 3. Pitch on the inside, runs a lovely first turn, moves through into third in front from My Lord Flashar. Here comes 1. Now outside, big drifter in the market, but running a big race to 5. But this is 9 to 2, out to 9 to 1. And he's going to make.
After this, got the market slowly changing here. Duniska, another longer shot on the one of the outsiders. 3 wins from 10 starts. They won their last race, 1,400 meters. They're stretching back out in distance. They were last time that's the only time they went longer than 1,600. We'll see if they can improve off of that. Well liked as well. Alitalia, 2 wins, 9 starts. They most recently won at 1,900, so that was their got swimmingly, getting them their career victory here today. And that is why Alitalia is Unlu Ikin, 3rd choice, 2 wins, 8. 3 starts back, 100 meters. A rematch going on here between these 2 horses, the 3rd and the 4th choice. Number 9, First Breath, but not by much. Streak like Victory Star and Sense of tailed off in their last 3 races. Victory Star currently the favorite. They still hold on to class, talent, and hope. They're trying the back way. He will be last horses to go in here, and will get us underway. It seems starters are moving out of position, getting ready. Not much change in the market today. First Breath of 1, again 3 wins from 6 starts he was. I think we might have a little bit of an actor up. Okay, they've settled down. The flag is back up. Off in racing. Away we go. It's a wide open affair to get to the front of the pack. Outside, there's Unlu Ikin. In between horses, Dennis and the yellow cap on the inside. side, there is Alan H.A., Kardaha, and it's another 3/4 the front runner, and that is Unlu Ikin in the bright lengths. The only horse even remotely close is Daniska. After Daniska, on the outside, First Breath. To the inside, Crimson between horses, Alan H.A. Then there's Kardah of the pack here. Down this backstretch, Unlu F and 3 widest. Flemahart in the yellow, but the shortening is now moving up here. There is Alan Ekin, but they're facing a real challenge here. On the outside, First Breath. In between horses, there is Daniska and Alan H.A. as we've now hit the top of the stretch. It is First Breath. 400 meters to go. They are in charge now in the center of the racetrack. Unlu Ekin to the inside. Then to the inside of them as well, there's also Daniska. On the outside, also picking it up here with Unlu Ekin is Ashan Gold. Ashan Gold is charging with everything they have at First Breath. First Breath trying with everything they have, but they're shortening in stride and getting leg weary. Ashan Gold on the outside with a rush in the orange takes over and is going to win by about 2 lengths at the finish line. It is Ashan Gold who prevails over First Breath at the finish line. Ashan Gold, a slight outsider, but not by much. 2 wins from 19 career starts. It had been a hot minute since they had won. Yusuf Cengiz prevails at the finish line. Yusuf
The second race on the card at 12 and above. 2, 5, 3 and 8 is Lalascar. Comes here making a steeplechase debut here. Does have a pretty strong hurdle record. 6 wins from 15 starts, 5 lengths in that handicap run. And victory number 5 in the race, Elian. Five placings. The victory came at More de Bretagne. Mark point of view, the horse is going to be carrying a November. Number 3 in the race, and that was back in November. Time out when first up since December at Angers in a minor placings, whilst horse number 8, Action Special, is steeplechase, second division handicap. That's strong form for this race. Then has gone round at the same metropolitan tracks, has had 10 steeple 3 and 8, race 2.
the gates for our third race. Thoroughbred Arabians, 2,100 meters is the journey. Farhat Kadesh. Farhat. Since then, it was a bit of a wild goose chase. 16, covering from that bounce effort, hopefully. Ilgan Hayme, 2 wins, 24 starts with 8 second place 5 races. They've only been worse than third once. In the mix as well. Yanal, third choice. 3 wins, 17 starts. They have been second or third in their last. From the distances of 1,900 to 1,300 meters, so this knows how to get a piece of the action. Third choice in the betting here, fourth choice, and that's a bit of an early move from Hamdi Aa, but on the out, along with Yanal. Yanal is eyeing their competition. Umababa pushes ahead of Hamdi Aa. Crawl, Bishkeen Crawl, Mushferton. That will be on Actas. There's Children Hayme. Children Hayme. So continuing down the backstretch, the field has Blast. All under much steadier encouragement. It is now Yanal who takes over. Yoma Baba is in the red without much encouragement. There is Yanal. Crawl is fourth. Into the top of the stretch here. It's a slugfest. It's Vernad Kadesh. Vernad Kadesh. It's 5 horses. Use their lead. Children Hayme. Takes second and makes a Yanal, who fought them all off to win. He fought on very gamely. Again, 4 wins, 18 starts. He came across the finish line. Then it was number 6.
De Brousset in front. The one with a clear passage, now in the clear with 2 lengths to find on Lal De Brousset.
Something bad is about to happen to me. I don't know what, but I feel it coming. Might be so sad, might leave my nose running. I just hope she don't wanna leave me. Don't you give me up, please don't give up on me. I belong with you, don't leave. Don't want her to leave me. Don't you give up on me.
Debutantes race over 2100 for the 3-year-olds 5, 4, 3 and 6. Colts, and we've got 6 fillies. Filly guide in this race. For the record, I've selected number 5, Easy as Pie, trained by Philip Sogorb, a horse who's by Voltgeist. Number 4 in the race, Empty Street, trained by Francois Roja, is by Ulysses. And then we go to horse 3, Nator Speed SF, trained by Alex Pontel by Motivator. And horse number 6 is Silveroy, is by Motor Maris, and is trained by Didier Gilman. 5, 4, 3, 6. The